Alright guys, so for today we're going to be working on my 96 Dodge Ram. It's 5.9 360 gas motor. When we drove it up to have our daughter, heat was fine on the way up. On the way back, the heat didn't seem like it was working quite as well. And then the next day when I went to pick up our older daughter, I was getting barely any heat out of the truck. So before I go through and try to pull the dash out, the dashes in these trucks tend to be very brittle, and this one only has one crack in it. So I'd rather not pull the dash if I don't have to. So we're going to go through and we're going to back flush the heater core, and hopefully that doesn't cause any leaks. But we will cross that bridge when we get to it. So just a little backstory on the truck. I've owned the truck for I have had it in my possession not quite a year yet. I've owned the truck for almost 2. My uncle bought the truck in 2000 with like 40,000 miles on it, and he drove it. You know, when I was little, we used to take this truck and go fishing, go hunting. You know, we used this truck for four-wheelers. We had a lot of fun in this truck. We were on vacation with him a couple years ago, and he was talking about getting rid of it. And I was like, hey, I'll buy it if you want to sell it. So he gave me a price, and the truck needed a transmission rebuild at the time. He's certified to do all that. So he's like, hey, buy the parts and I'll rebuild the transmission for you. I said, cool. So I sent him all the money. I got the title to the truck. He went ahead and rebuilt the transmission for me, put a shift kit in it, the whole 9 yards. And it took him about a year to get it done, but once I got it, you know, I got it home. The front calipers were locked up because the truck had set for so long. So I put new calipers on it, changed the oil, and just did a few little things here and there. My current plans for the truck, I'm going to put some different exhaust on it. Eventually, I'd like to lift it just a little bit more. The truck had the big chrome West Coast style mirrors on it when I got it. I put the standard Dodge tow mirrors on it. I put the smoked cab lights in it versus the amber. Upgraded the headlights to LEDs. I want to get a factory style housing with the smoked backs. And then I'm going to do the same with the tail lights and the third brake light as well. But currently, it's just a good old truck. It's got a little bit of rust that I'm looking to get fixed. My daughter loves the truck. I always loved this truck. I put new tires on it. They're 33 12.5 15s. Just kind of an off-brand tire. I paid like $600 for the set. And even in all the nasty weather that we've had recently, these tires have just done fantastic. I can't wait to get it out into some mud this summer and hopefully see how they really perform. But with that all being said, I'm going to go ahead and pull the garden hose out, and we will get under the hood of the truck, and I'll kind of give an overview of what we're going to do under there. Okay, guys, so here we are under the hood of the truck. As far as the heater core hoses on this truck, they're fairly simple to get off depending on where you try to get them off at. So where I'm going to take them off is right here, which comes over and goes into the intake back here, and right here. So I mean, everything is fairly simple to get to. Everything's right up front. So basically we're going to disconnect this back hose and this hose, and I will take and put one end into a bucket, probably this, no, I'm going to start with this side, because this should be the inlet side, and this should be the back, the return side. That may not be correct, but I'm going to flush it one way, and then I'm going to go the other way, just to kind of make sure to get everything out, help break up all the loose stuff. So yeah, I'm going to stick one end in a bucket, run the garden hose through the other end, and see what all we can get out. The heater core is actually all the way in the back there, so I don't want to try taking them off there because it's just going to be more of a pain in the butt. So I'm going to go ahead and we will grab a bucket and go ahead and give it a go. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting everything disconnected. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pull this cold air intake off. I'd like to end up getting a nicer one for the truck, but for right now, this one works. It's just there's really no mounting for it. So once I got that out of the way, I can now get to my clamps. So I'm going to go ahead and take this back side off. And let's see if we can... kind of what I thought. Oh. Okay. Let's go get another pair of pliers. Okay. Oh, wow. So, haven't even started running anything through yet, and that's what I got out of the hose. So, this may just turn into a complete cooling system flush. Go ahead and get this other side taken off. See what we get out of here. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm gonna see if I can get my bucket to stay over here. Much better. Pull that out of its holder. And we'll put that bucket right in there. In there. Okay. Now let's grab garden hose. Okay. Looks like we are currently getting clear water without any antifreeze through. Yep. So, I mean, that pretty much just kind of looks like what I got out initially. So, let's try to get this hose down here in this bucket actually. Go ahead and get this drained. There we go. Now we're getting some gunk out. I'm just gonna go ahead and flush this a few more times, and then we will go from there. Okay guys, so I ran it through until I got clear water coming out of both sides. I originally had went to Lowe's and bought some brass fittings I was hoping to take and connect my garden hose to a 5/8 barb like this, and then just hook it into the lines to prevent everything getting wet, including myself, and it didn't work. So yeah, it got a little messy, but now we're gonna go ahead and hook everything back up, get everything resituated. Make sure everything's clipped back into all the holders. Get all the clamps back on. And to be honest, I probably should have just went ahead and replaced these heater core hoses, due to the fact that the truck does have right about 250,000 miles on it now, and I don't know that any of them have ever been replaced. The truck doesn't leak anything, which is very surprising for the amount of miles, but now that I've taken things apart, I may end up with a few leaks. So let's go ahead and get this cold air intake put back on. This is pretty much just a Spectre kit from AutoZone or Advance with the green air filters put on it. I ended up picking up some of those. I was going to get a K&N for my wife's car, our 2009 Flex, but I ended up finding these green filters. They were very comparable in price, and the quality's been great, and I have seen a throttle response improvement from my wife's car. So I am very happy with these filters so far, and we will see how the longevity goes. So I'm going to go ahead and top it off with some coolant, since we did lose pretty much whatever was in the heater core. And then we'll go ahead and start the truck up, top it off, and then I'm going to let it run for a little bit to see if we really did fix anything or not. The truck currently has like a Flowmaster 40 series kind of knockoff muffler on it. I do have a Jags 2-chamber deep muffler to put on it, which should be comparable to like the Flowmaster 10 series. So I just haven't got around to doing that yet. I will do a video when I go to do that. I'm actually going to end up probably filming another video today, on the truck, I'm planning to do some FCK light bar Chase series pods in the front bumper. So once I get to that point, I will go ahead and start another video and kind of go from there. So this did just burp out a bunch of coolant, so it probably just hit an air bubble. But for the most part, it seems to be pretty steady. So I'm going to go ahead and cap it. I'm going to let the truck run for a little while, and then I will come back out later in about 15-20 minutes and see if the truck is getting heat or not, and just kind of make sure we don't have any leaks. So once the truck's warmed up, we will be back. Alright guys, so the truck's been running for about five minutes or so. So the truck is warmed up. So let's go ahead and see if we actually have any heat. With it off of idle just a little bit, it is getting warm. So hopefully that took care of it for at least right now. I am going to keep an eye on it and see if I end up having any heater core issues here in the near future, which might happen just because it is the original heater core in the truck. So we'll just kind of cross that bridge as we get there, and we will go from there. So that is pretty much the heater core flush on the truck. Like I said, I am going to have a video of me installing the new light pods on it. Hopefully I'll be able to get to that today, since it is fairly nice out. Those Chase series light pods are just sweet. I love them. May end up actually picking up a set for the rear of the truck as well. But I will cover more of that in that video. So thanks for watching. If you guys like what you see, please like and subscribe. I'm really just trying to get this channel up off the ground and hopefully be able to, you know, just keep making informative videos. I am going to talk to a couple of the junkyards here in town that I frequent a lot and see if they would be okay with me recording and kind of showing some of the old stuff that they have. We've got one junkyard that's got a bunch of old Mopars, you know, late 60s Chargers and Challengers, a lot of old Ford, like the Econoline pickups, and just a lot of old stuff that they don't do anything with. They just kind of let it sit in the back. They will sell parts off of them, but you know, there's a lot of them that have just a lot of cool stuff sitting around. So I'm hoping to get into some more of that. So if you guys want to see that, please subscribe, and we will see you next time.